Hi guys, it's Mrs. Herring. Not feeling well today. I didn't. You aren't gonna miss too much not having me there because today is a review day. I just wanted to explain a few things. Um, in the learning menu, and I might add to this tonight. I might put some quizzes, reviews that you can do at your own pace. But in here, in the beginning, it kind of tells you what to expect. The test is, or summative is paper pencil. You will get a periodic table and a mole map. It'll be mine that doesn't have the writing on it. You do have to bring a scientific calculator. It is paper pencil. So kind of it has to go all the way back to our first couple days, when we did sig figs and measuring with the correct number of sig figs and unit, calculating with sig figs, also dimensional analysis like we did on the gizmo, like converting, centimeters into miles. And I will give you the equalities that you would need to use. I'll give you a bunch of them though, so you'll have to pick the right one. Also, there's going to be mole conversions, writing out balanced nuclear equations, and I'll have a little box with the symbols of the things like the alpha particle or the neutron, that kind of thing, just like on the worksheet. Also, atomic structure. So if I say carbon dash 14, you would be able to tell me it has 6 protons, 6 electrons, 8 neutrons, and be able to write it in isotope notation where you would put the 14 and then the 6 on the bottom and then the capital C for the letter. There are conceptual questions about the different decays, and what happens, like what happens to the mass number, which one changes a proton to a neutron or a neutron to a proton. Also fission and fusion, knowing kind of the basics of those two. Fission is the really big nucleus getting split into two smaller but still big nuclei, and then releasing more neutrons, remember, and those neutrons can find more to split. Fusion is when smaller atoms combine or fuse together and form a bigger isotope, like helium being formed from hydrogen. This happens on the sun. Power plants, just the basics. You know that there's the fuel rods, control rods absorb the extra neutrons. The water gets heated and steam is made, which turns the turbine generator, which creates the electricity. The nuclear bombs that we used, the U.S. used in the World War II, were fission. There are fusion bombs too. And then also, just the things that you learned in that day that you did your group learning, like about, the alpha particles are the easiest to stop. Gamma rays are really hard to stop. They go through pretty much everything. And then I don't have a study guide. I never do. But this is probably your closest to the study guide. And what it is, it'll ask you a question. You could do it on your own paper and then check your answer. You get to hear my dogs. So I'd highly recommend that you go through these. You don't have to do them. If you think you know how to do them, then skip them. That's part of why I don't assign anything. You get to pick what you think you need to study from the most. Which leads you to, if you know that there's an area that you were not so confident on, go into this folder. Like, let's say, I still don't really understand sig figs. There's videos to reteach it. There's also extra practice, and there's worksheets with answers in there. And that is true for pretty much every one of these topics. And these are the main topics of the test. So like atomic structure, I think there better be answers to this one. And then just a reminder that all of your homework from this unit would be due, let's see, I hope there's answers here. Otherwise, there we go. I would, email me with any questions, but all your homework for this unit is due at the beginning of class on Monday. So take care, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.